Students, at the end of today's class, you will be able to learn conservation of natural vegetation and wildlife. Students, as you all know that forests are our wealth. Plants give shelter to the animals and together they maintain the ecosystem. But the changes of climate and human interference is causing the loss of natural habitat for the plants and animals. So, many species have already become vulnerable and are in endangered, and some already extincted without a notice. Okay, let us see the human and the natural factors responsible for their extinction. They are deforestation, soil erosion, constructional activities, forest fires, tsunami, and landslides. All these you have learnt and you have seen in the last previous chapter. Students, do you know the meaning of poaching? Yes, it is nothing but hunting or killing of the animals for the illegal trade. So they hunt these animals for hides, skin, nails, teeth, horns, feathers, etc. They trade these hides or skins of the animals illegally without the permission of the government. Okay, let us see some of the animals who are been killed or hunted for illegal trade. Those are tiger, lion, elephant, deer, black buck, crocodile, rhinoceros, snow leopard, ostrich and peacock. Here you can see the picture of snow leopard, ostrich and black buck. These can be conserved by increasing awareness among the people. Students, national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, biosphere reserves are made to protect our natural vegetation and wildlife. Do you know the original meaning of national park, a wildlife sanctuary and biosphere reserve, children? Yes, let us see each one of them detailedly. A national park is an area designed to protect the ecological integrity of one or more ecosystems for present and future generations. As you all know what's the meaning of ecosystem. So there are many ecosystems. For example, tropical rainforest, tropical deciduous forest, desert vegetation and tundra vegetation. So these are all different types of ecosystems. So a natural park is an area they protect this ecological integrity for one or more ecosystems for present and also for the future generations. Next comes to wildlife sanctuary. It is nothing but a place of refuge where abused or injured or abandoned captive wildlife. Sometimes we may see some of the unknown animal is being injured or abandoned or left idle or escaped from the wildlife sanctuary or any other place or the forest. They may live in peace and dignity in this wildlife sanctuaries. And now the biosphere reserves are nothing but these are series of protected areas linked through a global network intended to demonstrate relationship between the conservation and development. So here the meaning is given here reserve. They keep it for future sake. It means they conserve these animals for the future sake and they develop them. Students, you can also bring awareness to the people with the help of some programs like social forestry and Vana Mahotsav. These should be encouraged at the regional and the community levels. You also can able to visit a nature so that you can enjoy the nature and also appreciate the habitat of varied species. Many countries have passed laws against the trade as well as killing of birds and animals. For example, in India, killing lions, tigers, deers, great Indian bustards and peacocks is illegal. So for that purpose, an international convention, it means cities, has been established that lists several species of animals and birds in which trade is prohibited. Children, do you know what is the meaning of the cities? Yes, It is the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora. Fauna, it means animals, flora, it means vegetation. So it's an agreement between the governments, central government and state government, country to country also. It aims to ensure that international trade in specimens of wild animals and plants does not threaten their survival. Roughly 5,000 species of animals and 28,000 species of plants are protected with this program. So bears, dolphins, cacti, corals, orchids and aloes are some examples. With this we end this chapter. Thank you.